Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight for our live panel discussion. Tonight, we're going to talk about getting started. We have a lot of people that are stuck at home right now and that are learning new skills or learning different things to work from home. You've heard us before talk about some of the different advantages and benefits of working from home. So tonight, we're going to get into how you actually get started. So we are Surge 365. We're healing nations with vacations. My name is Laura Cross, and I am from Peyton, Colorado, and I have with me tonight Mariano Nandine and Rick and Brenda Reese from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So we want to thank you for joining us. But like I said, you're going to look for a home-based business. We know travel has some restrictions right now, but now is the time to dig in, get those skills, do the certifications, and start building a home-based business because travel is the number one industry, and we know it's going to come back, that this situation is temporary. So I know we're going to have Brenda tell us on how we can get started. There you go. Oops.
Fantastic, Laura, is that fact that what I love about our business, it's just not one product. You don't have to try to convince someone that this product is going to work for you. It's a whole travel industry. So you're looking at everything that's travel related, and you can determine what you want to do, how you want to do it. If you want to just build a team, our compensation plan, I really love that. So you're able to just get a team started. And right now, there's so many different people that are not working. So they're able to just get back to the person who invited you to this presentation or to anything that's talking about Surge 365. It's a simple, you just come on board. It takes maybe 5 minutes. All you have to do is be creative and think of what you want to name your business. But once you do that, we have all the steps and all the tools in place so you can determine what you want to specialize in. I know you know a lot about the different certifications, Laura, that people are able to log on and start training.
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, I know we've talked about them before, but as a matter of fact, I went in because Travel Agent Academy sent me an email today about being a Florida Keys and Key West specialist. So I just went to go register for Key Lime Academy. They actually have their own academy. It only took me about an hour to do all 7 modules and to get my certification. So I have another one to add to my book. But that's one thing I really love about this company is once you get involved, if you want to work as a travel agent, because there's a lot of people that do, there's a lot of people that go out there and they put together all their family vacations, their reunions, and all these group stuff. They do all this work, but they don't get paid for it. So, when you get involved with Surge 365, you have the option to be a travel agent. And your travel agent training is absolutely free. You take all of the things that you need, to know. You do the travel agent training, you take the test, you get certified, they give you a CLIA number. I've registered with Travel Agent Academy, Travel Agent University, Walt Disney World, the cruise lines. That's why I get all the updates from the insider travel reports, which I've really been enjoying getting those too, because there's all kinds of cool things the vendors are doing to keep the travel going. But anyway, these certificates, they don't take long. You can specialize in anything you want. Now, my main thing for it is because I can be a travel agent. I absolutely can. It's not really my passion, though. My passion is to help people save money. I love to learn about all the different places. What am I going to have to see when I go there? And the more I learn about these places, the longer my live list gets. So, you can use it for however you want, but it's a lot of great training. I can tell you this was a lot warmer looking than what we've got right now because we've got cold wind and we got snow trying to come in and we were just 60 degrees yesterday. But anyway, the training is fun and it's free. You can specialize in whatever you want. What I really like about our business, though, is the Vortex option because that's a win-win, and that's saving people money and earning money, which I know Mariano knows a lot about because he's got a lot of Vortex customers.
So yeah, Laura, thanks for letting me explain a little bit about that because, for those folks that aren't interested in being a travel agent, that's another aspect of our business in that we have so many options on how you can pursue a career with us, and gathering customers is one of those. So this Vortex that Laura was talking about is the free service that we offer to everybody that competes with all the other ones that are out there. But here's where ours becomes better than those because of the fact that, you see, we know that when people go online to look for travel services, they don't care who they get it from. They just want the best price. And we know statistics tell us that, and the research says that, whenever people shop online for services, they shop at multiple sites. Well, our algorithm, what it does is that it searches across the internet to about 15 of the most popular sites. And once it finds the lowest price, then we set our Vortex price up to 60% lower than that. Now, it's not always going to be 60%, but the bottom line is that 9 times out of 10, we're going to save people money. And so we're actually doing both things for people. We're saving them time so they don't have to search the other sites, because we're already doing that. And then we're also going to give them the better price through our algorithm. So the other thing that we want to make sure that people understand is that with our Vortex and the properties that we're talking about, they're the same hotels, same cruises, same rental car agencies that are available at the other sites. We're just going to give you a better price. Now, the exception is the airline tickets, okay, because we're competitive with everybody else. But we guarantee that if you book a hotel, a rental car, or a cruise with us, we're going to save you money 9 times out of 10. But here's the most powerful part about that free Vortex link that we give to our customers. For those of us that are in the business, whenever those folks save money, we earn 60% of whatever they save. So let me just give you an example real quickly. Let's say that you go, like for instance, here in Colorado Springs, we're south of Denver, about 45 miles or so. And sometimes there's events up there that we like to attend, but because they're in the evening, we might want to spend the night up there rather than try to drive back, especially if the weather is kind of iffy. So let's say that we go up there and we spend the night at a Holiday Inn Express and save $50. Well, when those people save $50, we're going to earn 60% of that. So that means $30. Okay. So $30 for every time somebody rents a room can be pretty lucrative, especially when you have, say, 100 customers that do that. When we're talking about only like one time a year. So that's $3,000 right there. So I want you to use your imagination a little bit and understand that there's no limit to the number of Vortex customers you can have. So what if you had 1,000 customers that did that one time a year? Now you're talking $30,000. Well, you can dream it bigger than that because, again, there's no limit, not only to the number of customers in the United States, but all over the world, because our site can be converted into many different languages and many different currencies. So my personal goal is to have 10,000 customers using my service, our Vortex service, one time a year and saving $50. So when you talk about $30 times 10,000, I don't know about you guys, but I can live off of that. So that's the power of what it is that we have. And it's simply just gathering customers. So I don't know too many people that would be upset with you if you showed them a way to save money, especially if they're already used to doing it online anyway. So, with that, I know that, not only can you do it, by gathering customers, but there's a way that our tools that can be used to help organizations and businesses, benefit from that kind of savings. And so I'd like, I know Rick's got some examples of how he wants to. Rick, over to you.
Hey, that's incredible, Mariano. I love that because that puts me in the same market space as Expedia without paying $17 billion and $1 million a week to maintain it. And so now regular people, even just working from home, can use that Vortex to create an income stream by providing a service. And you're right, we work with businesses, and there's a lot of business travel that's happening right now. So imagine, and this is how we do it, we'll sell the Vortex, the business will buy the Vortex, the program, and they'll give it out to all their business travelers, their employees. The employees book through that Vortex link. It's going to save them up, like you said, up to 60% over Expedia. And when they book through that link, they not only save the money, but they also earn reward credits that also roll back to the company. And every business right now is looking for ways to pinch a penny And using the Vortex is a great way to do it. You're talking corporate level money coming back to the business, which is just amazing, as well as those reward credits. And so we work with businesses, we work with organizations, nonprofits, and churches, who are actually looking for ways right now, because everybody's streaming. And it's an interesting thing, nobody's looking at you while you're in the service. They look at you to see if you're going to actually give during the offering. And so people under the peer pressure, they'll give. Yeah. Now that everybody's streaming, are they still giving? Right. Now that nobody can see them. So you've got organizations now that are looking for ways to raise money. So imagine a church, they come on board, they give out this free complimentary Vortex link to their entire member base. The members give it out on social media. There is no upper limit on the number of people that can go through that link to book instead of going to Expedia or Priceline, which, by the way, set the public price. And as you mentioned, Mariano, the Vortex looks at that price when a person books and intentionally, with the algorithm, comes in up to 60% less. 60% of whatever they save comes back to the organization, comes back to the church, comes back to the business. And it's a great way to raise money. It's a perpetual funding solution. Mm-hmm. And so in the time that we are right now, especially, I always think about what's going to happen come the summer, fall timeframe, mm-hmm. when an entire globe is locked down. And when it's time to go, travel is going to happen. And so when an entire globe is locked down, imagine even now in preparation for the summer, fall, an organization giving out this free link where everybody can book through instead of going to Expedia, where they actually keep the profit. We're saying, no, let's pass on a savings of up to 60% and then let that savings come back to the organization, the church. What's going to happen summer, fall, when everybody is now free to roam? That's going to be huge. Now is the time to actually get involved, give out that free Vortex link, play around with it, see all the savings, and be in position for summer, fall.
That is so true. And I love how simple it is to get involved, how simple it is to get started in our business. And like I said before, the compensation plan is a great thing to focus on right now, because yes, the gates will open, people will begin to start moving. Like we know, business travel is moving, people are still flying, and we know that it's going to continue. Like someone said earlier, we don't have a product, we have an industry, and that industry is travel, and that industry will always keep moving. And we don't have to worry, like I love to say, to put a 747 in our garage. We don't have to. It's being maintained, it's being taken care of, and once everything opens again, the floodgates will happen. So you want to be in position, either if you just want to have your own membership so you can travel with the discounts, or you want to get going with a Vortex and help your community start saving on their travel. And that's what I love about it. You determine what you want to focus on. You determine what your passion is. Do you want to book for folks? Do you want to take a group to Israel? See, these things are still happening. We have people planning for next year. Everyone know that we have to stay put right now. We have to make sure we stay quarantined so we can let this pass, and we know this too will pass. We want to stay safe. We want to make sure we're looking out for the next person by not doing what we're not supposed to do, which is running around and going to parks and going to, just stay put for a minute, because we know this too will pass and we'll begin to travel, and you just decide, come on board with us, because we're going to have a great time.
And Laura, I know you do a lot of shopping online, and I know you've got you've got your pet, and you get your pet foods online. How is it shopping online through your site and getting reward credits?
Oh, I do. I have Bug, and most of his food comes from Sam's and stuff, but I can shop at Sam's, I can shop at Petco, Walmart. I have over 4,000 stores that I can shop at, and I shop online anyway. So I always log into my membership and I go shopping, and then you get reward credits. I mean, 2 years ago, I had to replace my washer and dryer, or 3 years ago, but I had the front loader washer and dryers. I love the Kenmores. And so I got them when they were on sale, and I earned about 7,000 reward credits just from that washer and dryer, just from getting it. And they delivered them, they set it up. So, I absolutely love it. But I did want to touch on one thing, like Brenda was saying, it kind of amazes me sometimes. I mean, I had somebody reach out to me today that was worried and said, well, I want to know how you were doing now that travel's shut down. I said, travel's not shut down. I said, we're restricted. We're not shut down. I mean, you still have business travelers traveling. We have restrictions, yes, but even the vendors, I mean, there's so many cool things going on from our vendors that they're staying active and supportive in all this. I mean, American Airlines is donating $1 for every 10 miles for a flight that you book from now to the end of April to the Red Cross. You have the Jamaica Tourism Board that is bringing Jamaica to you, because Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, they're about ready to do their carnival time, but they're all shut down because they have to stay in. So they're actually entertaining people either through Instagram, through Facebook, and they're bringing their world to you so you can still enjoy their culture. But yeah, the prices are even lower right now. So there's a lot of people that are starting to book their vacations 4-6 months from now because the prices are dirt cheap. They want to take advantage of that because they know this is going to pass. So, and the only other better way to travel is the membership, because that saves you the most money. If you think we have savings on the Vortex, then look at the membership. I stayed in a 5-star hotel, and even paying $45 a day parking in Minneapolis, it was cheaper than staying in the 3-star. And I earned reward credits. So lots of options. Absolutely.
Laura, one of the other things that I wanted to mention, and because, again, we know what situation we're in as far as staying home. And because you're with your families now, and you have a lot of free time on your hands, now is the best time to talk about and plan your next vacation, because I know that whenever our family plans a vacation, we get excited about that. Not to mention that it takes our minds off of the craziness that's going on right now. And it actually gives you some hope about, what it is that we're going to be doing when the time comes when we're able to travel again. And because most families, plan a year out anyway, just like you were saying, and the proof is in the pudding, folks. When you sign up for the Vortex account, and you go ahead and start searching those options that you're looking at, you'll see what we're talking about and the great deals that are out there, because you got to understand something else. The industry is going to be thirsty and very hungry for you to come out and look at their properties. And so they're giving you the opportunity right now to be pretty much the first in line to take advantage of what it is that they have to offer. So now, if you really want to go to a place that maybe you didn't think you could afford before, now you're going to be able to, because there's going to be so many great deals out there. And right now you can start checking that out. And the sooner you book, the better you'll be, and you'll be able to lock in that price. So I know that, Rick, you probably want to talk about the membership because, that's a different tool than the Vortex is. But go ahead and share with people how much even better that is than the Vortex.
Yeah, the membership is awesome. Rock bottom prices. It's a membership lifestyle benefits program that connects to every aspect of the travel industry, getting the rock bottom prices. There's no commission markup in there at all. Has a concierge that you can call. They do the travel research for you. That's where Laura was talking about. You can shop online. You can get gift cards. You can get the restaurants.com coupons. And it's just a powerful, powerful tool that a person can have. And what's beautiful about Surge 365 is you have the membership, you have the Vortex, for customer travel, earn when they save. You have the 7-day vacation. You have a full complement of every aspect of the travel industry. But what I wanted to talk about real quick also is I'm working from home. So if you have a laptop, if you have a smartphone, you're in business. Now we've got a printer here, and Brenda has her little setup downstairs, and I've got my setup here. You see in the background, dream big, include others. And I got my library here. And so many people are going to be working from home. So you can actually set up your own office. You know, we've got freeconference.com. We've got Laura's using StreamYard. You know, we've got Zoom. We connect to the world. And the most interesting thing is we've been doing this for a long time. And it's so interesting to see the world coming this way. Brenda was looking at some of the shows today, and they were set up pretty much like we're set up here, talking from home. Well, we've been doing that for quite some time. One of the things I want to really talk about also, an emerging career field, virtual assistant. We've got some professionals that have professional skills, and now they're home. And what do you do with that? What do you do with those professional skills? Where virtual assistant is an emerging career field where these companies are outsourcing things they don't want to do, like travel research and planning, setting up emails, you know, sending out invitations, doing research, and all the things that if you've got professional skills, you actually can do. Google virtual assistant. Google virtual assistant jobs. And so imagine a person coming in to search, having access to the entire industry, whether they want to do the work or have the concierge do the research for them, working with the vendors who will do the work also. We're not booking travel. Like Laura doesn't really like to book travel, but she has access to all the vendors who will do it for her. And so now imagine getting paid not only from these companies, but from the travel vendors and then from Search 365. And so virtual assistant, having this as a tool, Search 365 as a tool, working from home, it goes a long way.
You know, and that is so true because we received an email from our CEO yesterday, and he was saying how they were going to make sure that the staff, the folks that work in the home office, and also everyone that receives a residual check, he said they are making sure that we continue to get our check. No matter how big or how large it is, you're still going to be able to get your check. And that's what I love about our company, because they're always looking out for the field. They're always looking out, making sure that the people who are here, and we're pretty much the folks that's on the ground. I mean, you know, we're the ones that's dealing with the public, that's listening to all the naysayers with travel, and they're here. They have our backs. They're making sure everything is going great. People who had booked with our company, they received either their commission back, reward credits, or different credits with the companies that they were working with, hotel, cruise lines, whatever it was. Our company did not just close the door. You know, we're hearing about smaller little booking engines that people were literally stranded overseas because their rooms and their flights were never paid for. And that's what I love about our company, because we're here to take care of the customer, the clients, the SBAs, the folks that's on the ground, the ones that's really holding them up and making sure everything works great. And that's what I just love about our home office and our company.
And Mariano, talk about the integrity. Brenda speaks about that. Talk about, from your perspective, the integrity of the company and the leadership.
You know, Rick, thanks for giving me an opportunity to talk about that, because I will tell you, folks, that, you know, back in the day when Rick first approached me about this industry and this business and company, I had had a previous experience in the direct sales industry where the company started out fine, and then it was sold to a corporate entity that we learned very quickly all they were concerned about was the money. They didn't care about the people in the field, like, you know, like Brenda was saying, those of us that are on the ground, you know, making this thing happen. So when Rick started telling me about the opportunity and talking to me about the compensation plan and how, you know, things worked and the industry a little bit, I understood that in this industry, in the direct sales industry, that, you know, the money can be made and it's all up to you and there's no limit to how much you can make. So I wasn't really concerned about that. My biggest concern was, who are the people or who are the guys or gals that own this company or that run this company, and what kind of mentality they have, what kind of integrity they have, you know, what are they, who are they? So when he told me that they were men of faith and that they had come from the industry, in fact, they were representatives in the direct sales industry and they weren't corporate types that had no experience in the industry. And when he mentioned that the motto from the chief visionary officer was, If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. And then when he mentioned they were men of faith, that's all I needed to know, because, I knew that they knew what it was like to be out in the field to build a business, that they were concerned about the monies, but they were more concerned about the people. And just like Brenda was saying with Scott Tomer, our CEO, they have done we've been with the company, most of us here that you're seeing right today, at least 13 years with the company. Okay. And we've been through some hard times, but let me ask you a question. How many CEOs do you folks know that would be willing to sell their home to keep the company afloat? Stop and think about that. And I will tell you that the river house that our chief visionary officer owned was absolutely incredible. He had like an 8-car garage, and he had all the toys, and the view over the Mississippi River was just absolutely spectacular. But he sold all that because we were going through some rough times, because he wanted to make sure that all of us in the field received our paychecks. And in today's environment, there aren't very many CEOs, if any, that will be willing to do that. Now, they'll go ahead and take that bonus check, but they'll never, give up their own personal, finances to take care of others. But, that's the kind of integrity, and that's the kind of people that we have running this company. So, regardless of what happens in this company, and regardless of what happens in the industry or in our society, we know they've got our backs. And so I don't know about you folks, but that's the kind of company that I want to work for, because they're only going to do what they say they're going to do and make it better. So thanks for letting me share that, Rick.
Yeah, like you were saying, Mariano, there's not a lot of CEOs that would do that. And that's one thing about this company is the heart. I mean, it is all about the people. How many companies do you know are trying to make sure that everybody takes that vacation? 768 million days that went unused, paid vacation days in 2018, just shouldn't happen. We want to reduce that down to 0. We also want to make sure we have 10,000 financially independent families. It is all about people. If we can't help other people and we can't help other people be successful, we wouldn't have a business. It's all about the people and the heart. I would never leave. I mean, I love this company, that they've always put us first. That's one thing I love about them, is their heart.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is training.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know, what training is available. Of course, the company provides incredible training. And we as a team, we also have a training website for new member orientation. And so we basically take people by the hand. There's a lot of folks who don't want to try something by themselves. Now imagine trying that in an environment where you have people here that are here to help you, to take you by the hand. Some folks are already ready to run, and they can run, but you couldn't dream of the amount of money that we would not pay you in this business, because the industry is so huge. Like Brenda says, we don't have a product. We have an industry that we're working with. And we talk about the circle of friends. And everybody right now has a circle of friends. Now, even beyond the business, reach out to your circle of people that just to find out how they're doing. I spoke with a gentleman today who's going to be 90 years old next month. And it was nice talking to him. And he's fine. He's feisty. He's full of life. But reach out to your circle of friends. And now is the time, if ever, to create a circle of friends and to invite people into your circle of friends. And of course, having a business opportunity, that's what I love about it. You don't even have to talk about the business. It's all about people. It's all about building trust, especially during this time when a lot of people are walking in fear. Who are those folks that love you, trust you, and really care about you?
Yeah, that's true. And we just want to end with, we started this slogan at the beginning of the year, healing the nation with vacation. And the timing, I think, is so perfect, because right now we have a lot of people that are going through a lot of different things. And our company, we want to heal them. Like Laura said, we want to start getting those vacation days taken. Right now, you're not on vacation, so you can't be going up to the mountains, not yet. But you will be able to do that. And we're so excited to be here with Surge 365 to help people get going. Back over to you, Laura, to wrap up.
Thanks. Yeah, it really is the perfect business. You know, as you can tell by listening to all of us here, Surge 365 is the perfect tool. We all have the same tool, we all have the same turnkey business, but we all have different ways of how we use it because we are all individual business owners. So you have a business that works 24/7. If you don't want to be a travel agent, you got the option to just have the Vortex. There are options. So that's why we like to get to know you to find out what fits you, because there is no experience required with this. We have the marketing app, we have the tools, we have websites, we have Zooms, we have everything you need to help make you successful. But to get started, you do have to contact whoever invited you to this discussion, because the only way you can get involved is to contact one of us. You can go to surge365.com, find out about the company, the testimonies, but you cannot sign up there. We're all individual business owners. We all build teams, and we're all always here to support everybody and for everyone. So make sure you get back to whoever invited you to this discussion. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you make a decision and do something to move forward, because, this is temporary. We know that we're getting ready for when this is done. So, instead of sitting there, do something positive, move forward and make a decision. Thank you.